What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. The data download on Japan has finally hit, so we have all of the information pertaining to the brand new Revolutionary Army Sugo Fest batch, including Lindbergh, Korra Sir, and Bello Betty, as well, of course, as SABO and KOALA, the brand new dual legend that is going to be arriving on Japan. This Sugo Fest actually will be debuting on the 31st of May, right at the end of the month, and it will be lasting until the first week of June. So it's going to be a very, very interesting Sugo Fest, though I do have to admit that this batch does seem relatively disappointing. I was expecting a lot more from the rare recruits of this batch, but, you know, obviously the legend themselves, SABO and KOALA, are immensely powerful, and as I said, we'll be going through those in this video today. So hopefully you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, and if you guys do, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So the first character we're going to talk about is going to be Lindbergh. Lindbergh is a Dex free spirit shooter character, max level 99 with his limit break, 2790 HP, 1477 attack, and 374 recovery, having 30 cost and 5 socket spots, of course. His captain effect is going to be simply stating, boost free spirit character's attack by 2.75, so a half decent captain effect, I will admit. His special ability, which starts at 17 turns, maxes at 9 turns with his limit break, will state that if your captain is a free spirit character, boost free spirit character's slot effects by 2 times for 1 turn. Pretty, you know, straightforward special ability. It's not a bad special ability, but I just kind of was expecting a little bit more. I feel like that they could have definitely added some other kind of effect here, but it is on a 9-turn cooldown. And if we go ahead and have a look at his crewmate abilities, first one is going to boost free spirit characters HP and recovery by 50, and then also the secondary one, which is the most important one, when another free spirit character uses a special, lower his own cooldown by 2 turns, meaning that you are able to use his special ability multiple times per run by activating other free spirit character special ability. Though I feel like, considering the batch that he's in, he should have definitely boosted cerebral characters orb effects as well, even though there are no characters in this batch that are just cerebral. Everyone else in this batch is at least a free spirit character, but it would have been nice if he boosted, you know, cerebral and free spirit characters orbs, though it's not really that much of a nitpick. I just feel like this character should have had more effects added onto his kit. And now we move on to the rare recruit I was most excited for, which was Bello Betty. She is a Psy free spirit cerebral character. Her max level with limit break stats, 2369 health, 1319 attack, and 568 recovery. So the recovery stat right there is obviously the big draw to the character. Obviously artwork looking absolutely magnificent. 30 cost and 5 socket spots. Her captain effect is very weird, boosting free spirit characters attack by 3 times, but only boosting her own attack by 1.5 times. So she herself really doesn't do that much damage, but a 3 times captain effect is not terrible, I would say. Not too bad as like you can use a friend captain that's like a really OP captain, but still not really the best captain effect in the game. But she also reduces damage by 7%. Now her special ability, now I was expecting a little bit of a different effect from her special ability, but it is multi-stage special. Her stage 2 special, which starts at 20 turns, maxes at 13 with limit break, will greatly increase the chances of you landing on a Psy or a recovery slot for the next 3 turns. Now, I really hope that the chances to land on a Psy or recovery slot is like obscene, like absolutely insane numbers. Like, I hope that like it's almost a guaranteed chance to get Psy and recovery orbs, and we'll discuss why that's going to be important later on. But she also boosts the recovery of your crew by 1.75 times for a turn, and when you activate the special and she gives you the orb appearing rate a little bit higher for your Psy and recovery, she randomizes all of your orbs that are not Psy or recovery, meaning that, you know, upon using a special, you have a pretty high chance of getting your matching orbs. Now, the reason why I hope that this rate of Psy and recovery is really high is because of her crewmate ability, which states that free spirit and cerebral characters will treat Psy recovery in tandem as matching. That is such a great crewmate ability. There aren't too many characters in the game that can provide 3 different matching orbs as a sub. I know Legend Marco does when you limit break him, but this character is so good because she provides 3 different orbs as matching for 2 separate classes. That is so powerful, and that's why I really hope the fact that, you know, the chances to reach those orbs are really, really high, which would make her crewmate ability just amazing. And her secondary one will boost free spirit and cerebral characters' base stats by 75. So overall, I was expecting a little bit more from her special ability. I was expecting her to be some sort of booster for your team, because that would make a lot of sense considering the type of character that she is in the anime/manga. But we'll have to wait and see. It really comes down to the appearance rate of those Psi and recovery orbs. Now, the final rare recruit of this batch, aside from the Sugo Fest exclusive character, is going to be Korra Sir, who is a quick free spirit cerebral character, and at max level with his limit break, he has 2,889 health, 1496 attack, and 343 recovery, with a cost of 30 and 5 socket spots. His captain effect will boost free spirit and cerebral characters' attack by 2.5 and give them a 1.2 times HP boost. Again, pretty basic captain effect. His special ability is also multi-staged, and it will start off at 19 turns, maxing out at 13 turns, where it will reduce free spirit and cerebral characters' cooldowns by 2 turns, and on top of that, reduce 5 turns of increased damage taken, 5 turns of burn, and 5 turns of special bind. And of course, if a character has a special ability that does remove special bind, more often than not, they're going to have a crewmate ability that also does the same thing, which he does. He will go ahead and resist 5 turns of special bind on himself with his sailor ability, and he also has another ability where he counters 2 turns of special rewind, meaning this character is going to be a perfect sub-unit for any circumstance where you get your character's cooldown special rewinded. Overall, I think this character will be the most useful character of the batch. The fact that he reduces special bind and burn is pretty awesome. Reducing 5 turns of increased damage taken really won't matter that much, and the fact that he is a cooldown reducer as well is pretty nice. The fact that he is a 13-turn cooldown though is kind of annoying because of his cooldown reduction, but I guess the way that they want you to use him is not to literally make your runs faster, but just to get around certain effects where you would get your cooldowns rewinded. That's the best usage of this character. So we've made it to the end of the video now, where we can start talking about the brand new Sugo Fest exclusive character, SABO and KOALA. SABO is a strength unit, and KOALA is an int unit, obviously both being free spirit and cerebral, and at max level, at level 99 with their limit break, 3,742 health, 1811 attack, and 606 recovery. Across the board, some amazing statistics, obviously with 55 cost and 5 socket spots. Now, each of their solo captain effects are pretty straightforward. SABO will go ahead and boost free spirit and cerebral characters' attack by 3.25, and will boost their HP and recovery by 1.2, so pretty awesome captain effect. And then you have KOALA's captain effect, which will boost free spirit and cerebral characters' attack by 3 times, and then their health by 1.2 times. So KOALA does not give you the recovery boost. However, she can give you more attack power, as every time you hit a consecutive perfect, you will stack up your attack a little bit more, making you a 3.5 times attack captain to both free spirit and cerebral. Now, when you activate the special ability to combine their captain effect, their dual captain effect will boost free spirit and cerebral by 4 times, and then give you a 1.2 times HP and recovery boost to those 2 classes as well. And then, same as KOALA's little ability, where every time you hit a perfect, that will stack up to a 4.5 times boost to the 2 classes being free spirit and cerebral. And honestly, looking at that dual captain effect, like already this character is just going to exceed the abilities of what Neko and Inu are going to do as a captain. Though, I don't know, I feel like the special ability of Neko and Inu, just comparing the two, because obviously both are going to be cerebral captains, but just comparing the two, I do think that the special ability of Neko and Inu is still like unique enough that people will still want to have that character. But speaking of the special ability, SABO and KOALA's ability, which will max at 13 after limit break, will change all of your crew's block and badly matching orbs into matching. Now, I believe that is not class restricted, so you can have this character on any team and they will always change block and badly matching into matching orbs. And then we'll go ahead and boost the attack of free spirit and cerebral by 2.25 times for a single turn. That's obviously going to be amazing. 2.25 times type boost to 2 separate classes. Phenomenal. And they also have an added ability that will remove all positive and negative slot enable debuffs or buffs. So this is talking about any ability that gets put on your team that makes any colored orb beneficial or negative. They completely remove all turns of that when you activate their special, which is such a unique ability that I think some other characters in the game will have, but this character removes all turns of it, which is going to be so freaking awesome to have on so many different boss fights. And like the one that comes to mind straight away would be like the Blackbeard Forest, you know, in that situation on stage 19, 20 turns of all colored orbs are negative. This character would be perfect for that. And then obviously become the dual unit SABO and KOALA for 3 turns. Now, the final thing that we didn't know about this character up until this point before the data download was what their switching effect was going to be. But now we do know what they do, and oh my god, this is again another amazing switch ability that this character has. So when you switch between KOALA and SABO, you are going to boost the color affinity of Free Spirit and Cerebral characters by 1.5 times and changes their own orb into matching and completely remove all turns of despair and all turns of paralysis, meaning that if you're running this guy as a captain, or this guy, girl, if you're running this character as your captain, you really do not need to worry about despair or bring a despair remover, which is pretty awesome to see. They resist all paralysis on themselves upon switching as well, which is quite nice. It would have been nice if they just reduced 1 turn of paralysis for your whole team, but still not too bad. I also like that they give themselves a matching orb. I love it when a dual unit is able to do that. It means that getting that matching orb every single turn, so you don't have to rely on RNG a lot of the time, so that is really, really nice. And just the fact that they give you a 1.5 times color affinity as well, that's just a nice added bonus. That's not always going to be useful. You know, you might have type disadvantage, which isn't going to be always nice, but in the circumstances where you do have type advantage, then this boost is going to be very, very nice to have. And that is it, guys. That is the brand new Sugo Fest batch arriving on Japan. So to kind of sum it all up, I think that the rare recruits in this batch are kind of just average. I don't think that any of them really stand out as being an amazing must-have rare recruit character. Korra Sir is definitely going to be a very niche and powerful usage character. The other two, I'm not really 100% certain on. But the legend themselves in SABO and KOALA, my god, they are going to be powerful and are going to be able to clear a lot of content, being able to utilize 2 of some of the best classes in the game. I'm excited to see what some of the Japan players are going to be using with this brand new legend. But that is going to conclude the video, guys. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you guys have, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.